change in the structure and now playing on weekdays.
Game shot on the first
what a lovely
leg.
start to the day for Anton.
Still a brilliant game,
106.
which could either end here or give us a last leg shootout.
54 for 32. Misses it. So Bolton will be back.
He's not going to do a Nic or Bloom and go for the bull.
Andy O'Carr, 50.
Yeah, he had some bizarre finishing.
Double 16.
Game shot on the
Somebody's
sixth leg.
warming
Andy
to the
Bolton.
task, and things may be changing here. We were talking about Anton going second. Andy was second
Seventh and
before a
final
dart
leg,
was
Anton
thrown.
to throw first.
If you weren't with us yesterday, his opponent wasn't on a finish.
Pick your treble. Could have gone for the bull as well. That's a really nice
86.
approach.
Yeah, he loves that treble 16 in when he's in that range. Good performance this from Anton.
59.
The only bright side,
Anton O'Carr, 24.
if Anton hits this for Andy, is that at least he made it close leg difference-wise. And Anton does win by 4 legs to 3 once again, and does the double over X Factor in the last 2 matches that we've seen here at the MODUS Super Series in week 6. Oh, sorry, in week 2 in Series 6. He's only had a couple, but he is coming back for 3-0.
From the back end of this leg, at the point he wanted 90,
60.
he was averaging
Anton O'Carr,
104.
32.
Now averaging 92.
He has a double 16 in the match already. Doesn't need it now.
Game shot on the
But he
third
does have a
leg.
3-0
Don
lead
Taylor.
and 2 breaks of throw, crucially. I don't have a 76 bottles hanging on the wall, and Tom is hoping that there's none left at the end of this visit. Double 4 for the 4-0 win.
72. Victor O'Carr, 138.
Just saying there, it was a bit of an early release, and that's just due to a bit of nerves and just forcing the issue.
Make no mistake, this has not gone to plan for Victor Tingstrom, but this is good
86.
news for everybody
Don
else.
O'Carr, 4.
Absolutely.
Double 2. To get a really good first win in the bank. Did not win his first game yesterday, but he has won his first game today by the ideal margin. He hasn't just pegged Victor Tingstrom back points-wise, but he has eroded his leg difference very early here. So game on as far as everybody's concerned. Victor didn't turn up. Dom did. He's actually mimicked one of his best wins of yesterday with that 91.09. Now, free to roam. Would Mitchell be free to roam with a 3-2 lead? Oh, it's classic Mitchell. 101 out. He is really enjoying this game all of a sudden. He's been pushed.
Yeah, he's loving it.
Got O'Carr, 92.
In the treads.
Yeah, the doors open at 11:30 on Saturday. Action starts 12:30. Double 16 to wrap it up 4-2 in 14. And Scott Mitchell does do the double over Treadgold. It was 4-0 yesterday. Slightly tighter affair today. 4-2 in favour of... Well, this is now the natural stepping stone, isn't it? So watch this. Double 14. Oh, beautiful. 12
Game shot on the
darter.
fourth leg. Anton.
I think here you've got to try and get to 76 with a 145.
What's Big Vinny? He's about 6'4", isn't he? 6'5"?
Yeah.
He'd probably be the tallest player I've played.
I'd go bull here. Well, don't listen to me.
Well, if there was a crowd, I'd go the 180
108.
just to try and get some crowd reaction that might just unsettle Anton.
The 25 for me was all about trying to leave treble to double combo, but 2 singles to double as well. By getting the maximum and going the aggressive route, he now has single to double combination to get his second win of the day and to be that player that is within 2 points of Victor Tingstrom. He has played superbly in this game. His best average yesterday was 91.43. That has been crushed by that great performance here in round number 2. 98.61. 4 hits on double out of 7 attempts. And now Dom Taylor is very much warming to the task because he's beaten Anton Ausland and he's had the best losing average of the week so far of 101.9.
1 from 9 now for Scott. That's been his undoing in this particular match so far.
2 fours.
Game shot on the
Hugely impressive check out of 68 there from X Factor. A break of throw means he has multiple opportunities to get 2 extremely valuable points.
And his finishing has been outstanding. 3 from 6. That's 68 there. He's also had a 116.
That looks like a cracking marker.
145.
He took full advantage of it. Going the 25 route there. I know he wanted the bullseye, but the 25 gives him options depending on how he feels about certain doubles.
Yeah, and this will be another one where Mitchell will feel
99.
like he should have got more out of this match. Averaging 92.5 to Andy Bolton is just shy of 97.
I feel like Andy's got the measure of Mitchell this week so far, and he has again with a 4-1 victory, and that is just like yesterday. Similar sort of average as well, 95.96 with 4 out of 7 on the doubles for the victor in round 2 for the 2nd game in succession. Because
charity,
game shot
an organisation
Tingstrom.
very close to your heart. For those of you that don't know, Paul does a annual fundraiser, and incredibly, what's raised, you match, don't you?
Indeed, I do. I'll do the same this year.
Incredibly, Tread Gold's averaging near identical to what Victor did in his opening game.
That's in, but only just.
In the match.
Wow, what a shot that was. He almost bust the score by hitting double 15, but he bent it around the wall, and he does get his first win of the day. So that is 6 wins from 7. Everybody loves a 161.
Dorset this year in the Premier Division for the very first time, aren't they?
Indeed they are.
42.
Considering that Scott has played off and on for Dorset, because he didn't play a great deal when he was playing PDC darts at the top level. But 25 years plus for that county, and then finally getting to the top level. That must have been a big sigh of relief and a lot of celebration 44. When they finally made that.
Oh yes, I bet there was some party.
Got to be 19's first on this shot. Although there are some people who like to go bull on that shot. 62 left with 2. Means that the bull comes calling with dart number 3. And the bull is found.
Game shot on the first leg. Scott Mitchell.
What a wonderful shot from Scott. It's got a nice ring to it. He's not going to see it, even if Dom hits the bull.
Game shot on the third leg. Dom Taylor.
Oh, he's let us down. Great shot from Dom Taylor, though.
I bet he had a little think about it.
It's been an excellent game.
Well, it'd be a great leg at any time, but it's even greater because of the circumstances.
What a first start that is. 99 to remain undefeated today.
87.
He might rue that.
76.
This is the kind of shot that Mitchell usually cleans up.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful game. Going to get 1 dart at tops.
56.
He misses for the points. And Taylor does have options here. He's already hit double 2 in this match. Will it be 2s again? Or will he not need them? Time to find out. He doesn't need 2s. He does break the throw in the very last leg. That is a very, very good victory for Dom Taylor, who goes to 10 points in the table and puts a 4-point gap between himself and the former England captain, who just can't seem to let go of that double top miss at the end there. It was a great game. Great respect between the two players, but ultimately...
Bruce had that incredible run at the Worlds, didn't he?
Well, that single is in, but it was not a good dart.
Game shot on the third leg. Anton, Ausland.
What's happening here? This is turning out to be a very up and down day for Victor in this game. As soon as we say we haven't had many 180s, we get 4 in the same match.
Like buses.
That's a bad miss, meaning Anton does have 116 for the win.
No score.
And he's bust the
Anton
124. Silly boy.
It's not a given. The 116 is going to go.
Oh, you're hungry, Victor, but you can't eat dart flights. You might have to eat this, though.
100.
And now, busting that 124 is the mistake, because had he been on a double, he might have taken this quite simply. He might still take it.
99. Anton,
Match point
16.
Ausland. Yesterday, Tingstrom won by 4 legs to 1. And things have been turned around as Anton wins by 4 legs to 0 in just shy of 10 minutes. And he does average in the mid-92s with excellent doubling as well. What are the Swedes up to? Are they trying to send us a few messages? And he is 3-1 down to Bolton, who's taken full advantage of that lack of output from the Welshman. They didn't have the crowd participation, so they don't think of it that way. Think about the standard and what we saw at that tournament. It is right up there.
Just shows you what influence or outside influence the crowd is.
Maybe double 16 again for Bolton. And he will firmly believe that the job is done now. Double 4 again.
And
finally, on match start number 10, he does get the points and wins by 2 clear legs in that one. It was a scruffy affair, but the most important thing is that Bolton goes to the top 3 now on 8 points, just behind Dom Taylor on 10, and he wins by 4 legs to 2.
Well, moving day in the pack are shuffling here at the MODUS Super Series. Chris Mason's joined me for some analysis after the first 9 games, and we'll take a look at the results, Mason. We'll talk about Dom Taylor in a moment, but the other one that really has drawn some attention is Anton Ausland, 2 out of 3.
Yeah, we're seeing why he's won a week here, aren't we? He's got something about him. He's certainly got a level to his game, and he started off with a great win against Andy Bolton, who's one of the favourites, of course, to win this week. Maybe not necessarily. Well, we know he's not favourite to win the group. So that was a big win for him, and his only defeat is at the hands of Dom Taylor, who's been immaculate all day so far.
He absolutely has. He started his day in the perfect style, Dom Taylor. Everyone trying to chase down Victor Tingstrom. He beats him 4-0 in match 1.
Yes, perfect, isn't it? Especially when you consider leg difference. That's the way to do it, is to take the big points off of the main man, and the main man at the start of the day was Tingstrom. Back that up with a 4-2 win against Ausland, who himself has been rock solid, as we mentioned, and then another great win against Scott Mitchell that could have gone against him. Scott missing a dart at tops, of course, but sometimes, like yesterday, you need your opponents to miss now and again, and yeah, he's the benefactor of that on this occasion.
As for Scott himself, he seems to be playing well. 90s averages quite a lot, but just not quite getting the results.
Yeah, he's not getting a lot of good fortune at the moment. He's setting himself up to win matches. He did it yesterday as well. As we mentioned, he averaged over 90 for the day yesterday to only pick up 2 points. That's fairly unheard of at this level, but he's not been disheartened. He's continuing to produce. And listen, if you keep playing at that level, things will change, as we're seeing from Tingstrom today. When you think of yesterday, where everything went his way, everything's not going his way today.
Yeah, they are coming for Victor Tingstrom. If you look at the Group A table now, that 6-point gap is now just 2 points. Could be eliminated after the next round of fixtures. Dom Taylor, the one leading the charge. Scott Mitchell probably trying to cling on to the coattails in terms of winning the group, needs to start winning his matches.
Yeah, I think for him now, we're just trying to secure possibly a place in Group B, which is, that if you don't win a Group A, you want to be in that Group B because it's a 5-player field, it's played at night, and 3 go through.
Right, one more bit of analysis I need you to give. Now, in darts, there's a tradition, isn't there, before games, to shake hands or bump fists. Mace, what did you make of this?
Yeah, that's a little different. I remember Darryl Fitton and Tony O'Shea used to do the belly bump, but yeah, that's a new one on me.
Yeah, I know everyone's thinking, no, we're not going to do it. We're going to get on with the darts. Anton, Ausland and Scott Mitchell are ready to play. Well, Mace is up for it. Maybe at the end of the week, Paul Nicholson's in commentary, keeping it sensible.
To look at the rulings on that going forward.
Yeah, my reasonings exactly. Okay, how many 180s can he get in a leg?
Anton Newcastle 16.
Well, that's 3. That's Mitchell's first of the day. It's a leg he should lose.
Game
And a leg he has lost. Great
Ausland.
leg from Anton Ausland. 2 maximums in there, busting the shot to have to go back to what you had before.
I think you have one turn of being aggressive, and he's gone for 2-2-2.
Wait, now he's got a blocker. I think he's got to go for 3-3 now.
Yep, I agree.
Don't worry, Dom, he didn't need that dot. Told you.
Game shot on the third leg. Dom Taylor.
That's how you take out 6.
That
She's the funny side of it.
That is one of the weirdest 6
Well,
checkouts you will ever see.
Game
And
on.
one of the... Dom Taylor could put him away here. Great first start. It's double 16. And he find what Nathan couldn't.
Game shot
Yes, he
on the
can.
match. Dom Taylor.
That is such an ideal victory for him.
Victor Car 64.
Good pressure, though.
They are identical on doubles. 2 hits from 7. Is that about to change?
32.
It does change,
28.
but for Victor, not in the right way. Oh, how things can change the other way. Bolton looks to find a shielded 28.
Game shot on the
great
fifth leg.
dart.
Andy Bolton.
Stunning shot from Bolton, who gets the break and is now favourite to win this game. Said that for Andy before this week. Does he pay the price? Double 10. That
Game
could
shot
be
on
the
match.
biggest
Victor
double
Tingstrom.
he's hit this week. A hugely impressive 82 checkered for Victor Tingstrom, who denies Bolton 2 valuable points. Absolutely enormous, because he goes back to the top of the table on 14 points above Dom Taylor, and that is 9 rounds down. Well, bit of fire there from Victor. You can see how he did it, but I'm sure he'll be thrilled to hear that.
I don't think he liked playing me very much.
I don't think Ross Smith liked playing me. But then again, I played Ross Smith
John
before
Parr.
he was a major champion.
John Parr, great record against him, which is why I find it hard to put him in my top 10.
80. Anton
Yeah,
Newcastle
I shouldn't have a great record against a top 10 player.
Me either. My record against John's brilliant. Treble 19. The double 12 for 3-1.
Game shot
Just
on
what the
fourth
doctor
leg.
ordered.
Anton Ausland.
But the reaction.
Just like Anton's got to now. That was a Scott Mitchell-esque kind of shot at double 16. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that.
Game shot
Well,
on
that's
the
in.
match.
And a
Anton
4-1
Ausland.
victory for Anton Ausland. Finishes his day, which means he will finish on double-digit points for 2 days of action. How's he going to go for 31? Oh, I don't think he wanted that one. That's the benefit of going down there.
Game shot on the fourth
He
leg.
wanted a
Victor
3 for
Tingstrom.
double 14, but he has found a 19. Suppose he might tell us that he
Fifth
meant
leg
to
Scott
do that,
Mitchell
but I
first.
assure
Game
you,
on.
considering what he did in the previous visit, he was trying to leave 28. Do you agree?
No.
We'll get back to it. Double 14. Oh, no! He's underpitched it. And Mitchell is going to get another look.
72. Scott Ricard 54.
54 to make the Belkin boy feel drained. It's not there.
Victor car 16.
Victor can stretch his legs to have the same leg difference as Dom Taylor before he plays his last match of the day, but vitally to have 16 points.
Game, shot, and the match.
He wins
Victor
his last
Tingstrom.
2 games against the 2 fancied players in Mitchell and Bolton. You can see what Mitchell thinks about that. He missed his chances, but Victor takes his. Where we said that before. Then again, after winning a series here, Series 3. Oh, he's going for tops for 2 of them. Ah, it's
Game shot on
wonderful.
the second leg.
Really,
Andy
really
Bolton.
good from Bolton. Give you my answer in the next leg. It might not be the answer you'd expect. What a
Game
leg of
shot on the
darts
third
that
leg.
is.
Dom
Another
Taylor.
12 from Dom Taylor.
Averaging 107, Nico.
Give you my answer in the next leg. It might not be the answer you'd expect. What a
Game
leg of
shot on the
darts
third
that
leg.
is.
Dom
Another
Taylor.
12 from Dom Taylor.
Averaging 107, Nico.
Give you my answer in the next leg. It might not be the answer you'd expect. What a
Game
leg of
shot on the
darts
third
that
leg.
is.
Dom
Another
Taylor.
12 from Dom Taylor.
Averaging 107, Nico.
Give you my answer in the next leg. It might not be the answer you'd expect. What a
Game
leg of
shot on the
darts
third
that
leg.
is.
Dom
Another
Taylor.
12 from Dom Taylor.
Averaging 107, Nico.
Congratulations. 5 out of 5, but that last match was pretty dramatic, wasn't it? Pretty tense.
Quite, yeah. I mean, we've had a good laugh in the practice room last 2 days, and today, I just thought, come in, play how I know I can. Yesterday didn't quite go great. I was playing well, but results didn't go my way, and that game was just. I mean, we started off the day yesterday with a storming game, and that just backed it up again.
We'll just go through the results. Mace, that very first one, when Dom got that 4-0 against Victor Tingstrom, that really did set the tone for the day, didn't it?
Yeah, and it was the level of performance as well. That was what was eye-catching. It was there yesterday, but it was a little bit patchy, where we suggested this morning at the top of the show, someone like Dom could do what Victor did yesterday, but do it at another level, and that's what he did today, and he maintained it against. And every time someone did try and raise their game against him, he had the answer all day.
Yeah, we're going to look at a few of your wins from today, Dom. Started with that one, actually. Going into today, when you saw that Victor had that 6-point gap, what was your kind of attitude?
He's not beating me today. And that was literally all I was saying. He's not beating me today. I just try and get the 5 out of 5, and I've managed to pull through and do it.
And I suppose most players would have had that kind of mentality, because it was, as we said at the top of the show, unheard of for somebody to have that big lead. So for Dom to have got as close to catching up today is a real effort, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's a student of the game, so you would have seen that the level of play was certainly nothing that you couldn't match or improve on. So when you're in a group like that, you saw a play one day and you think, hang on a minute, if I just play my normal game here, which we know what he's capable of doing, he can hold a mid-90s average all day, every day, and twice on a Sunday. If he did something like that, which is pretty much what he's done today, he could go through the card, and that's the kind of mentality he will have.
Yeah, certainly did do that. Now, all of those victories, but the best dart or the best darts of the day were these. Dom, talk us through this moment here from earlier on.
I just thought, he wasn't sat on a finish, so don't go straight for it. And as we see there, I've gone for the big one and pulled it, and I thought I'm not getting into the single and the double with that dart.
My thinking in comms was the fact that you overpitch the single 17. What you would tend to do is underpitch the next dart, because you're conscious of not. Obviously, if you overpitch on the 2, you've got bust everywhere. And I've seen that happen before. It's quite a common thing for a player. You're conscious of it, and you think, right, I'll just get as close as I can to the double to get the biggest part of the single 2.
Yeah.
And you can often just pitch it outside, but the double 3 was incredible.
Yeah, some reaction, and he's reacted all day, to be fair. But I have to give some credit, Chris, to Victor Tingstrom. If we look at his winning moment here against Scott Mitchell, it looked at times today like he could just completely sink without a trace, but he's fought back, hasn't he?
Yeah, and I would say I don't like using the word luck, and people get it confused with being a little fortunate, and sometimes you need that. You know, you need ultimately someone to make a mistake. And so far, excluding Dom, no one's really capitalised on either having opportunities. And here's another here. I mean, this is a game Mitchell will reflect on. I think I should have won that, and Bolton will, in his game against him, will think that yesterday. You know, but you need that sometimes. If you're gonna win a group or win a tournament or win a match, during that match you're gonna come up against some adversities, and for you to get over it, you either need your opponent to make a mistake or get a deflection or a bounce out, and you to take out key shots at key moments. I think James Wade summed it up yesterday at the Slam in an interview that, you know, this sport's about winning the moments. It's a journey, not rather than the destination.
Well, speaking of that journey, for you in particular, Dom, look, it's not often you're looking up at anything, is it? But at the start of the day, you were looking at a table with the players 6 points clear. Now, you're just 2 behind. So what's the approach now for you in this race tomorrow?
I feel just come in exactly the way I did today, take every game as it comes, play at my own pace, don't get carried away in Scott's speed or Victor's speed, or even Andy's, because he's quite a speedy player. Just play how I feel that I've got to play and approach game by game and see what we can do.
And I think a massive advantage, he's superior in legs 1 and legs different. So as long as he takes care of Victor when they meet, he's just got to do what he did today, go through the card, and he wins the group.
2-horse race?
Yes.
Is that how you see it? You can say 1-horse race if you want.
That's what's in my head. That's what's in my head. Obviously, I'm going to do what I can do. I'm not sure how the fixture set out tomorrow. If I get Victor early and do the job on him, perfect, and just go from there and take it game by game.
Well, thanks for talking to us, mate. Thanks for your company today. All will be revealed tomorrow. The action resumes, as always, 9:30 AM back here on the MODUS Super Series YouTube channel and live on Sporty Stuff TV. We will see you then.